What's goody to any and everybody who may be listening? Okay? I'm going to be outlining this most recent experience with shrooms. Now, this is a substance or a drug that I never used before. This was my first time, and I got to say, it is not what I was expecting, but it was still good. Okay? Now, I'm having a hard time explaining it. This experience is something that I can't quite put into words, but what I do know is that the whole door opened up, and we got Gail. The Gail, myself, okay, we got the Gail, and I'm talking about the Gail before the contract, coming on through, coming back online before that nasty contract was signed, okay? But let's try to go in linear order, in chronological order with this experience, okay? So even before I took that little portion, that serving of mushrooms, here we go with my light sparks, ushering out these black orbs, or at this point they're not orbs, it's like a substance. It's getting really thin, and it's not even as black as it used to be. It's getting really gray, it's getting really thin, and, you know, see-through. So it started out with my light sparks ushering out all of this, the dark matter, or that substance out of my body, out of my auric, and out of my energy fields. Like, with just like a snap of a finger. I had never seen it get down to the nitty gritty in that way. Okay, but that was the first thing I noticed, that my energy field, that the black orbs, or the black substance, or the fear particles, or whatever you want to call that black shit, first of all, it lightened up. It's very thin, and it's not as black. It's very gray at this point. Okay, and it was just the coming out, and I had never seen it come out in that way. Okay. Then we had this spatial awareness, okay? It seemed to me like sacred geometry, the way I was seeing the space, like the space around, so on the ground. It did not feel as solid or look as solid while I was in that trip. Okay, it was it seemed as though it was made up of sacred geometry and things of this nature. I'm talking about the water, I'm talking about the land. When I was walking, it's like I almost had a hard time finding my balance, because the ground didn't seem to, it seemed like, I can't even say, gravity. The gravity was off, okay? There was no gravity, or something like that, okay? I also want to talk about what happened as I lie down. Okay, as I lie down and close my eyes, the closed-eyed visuals were something else. It seemed as though there was this energy that was closing in on me, surrounding me, trying to wrap me within it, but it did not feel sinister. It felt like love. I was also laughing at that being, or that entity that tried to wrap itself around me, or that was encasing me within love, is what it felt like. I was being encased within love, or something like that, with that energy that was surrounding me within the closed-eyed visuals. Okay. Now, there was also something else that I did. Now, when I'm not on shrooms, normally what I'm doing is I'm down inside of my body. I'm blasting throughout my body. I'm using my light sparks to blast through my body to get at the blockages. Now, when I did it this time, it caused a huge reaction. I'm using my light sparks to blow up inside of my body, to blow it up, to get the blockages out, and it got out a huge blockage. Now this blockage, oh my God, I had never seen anything like it. And even now, just thinking about it, my skin is crawling. Thinking about that huge blockage that I got through during that trip. There's no way for me to explain it. I can't explain it, but spirit, you know what I'm talking about. Now, thus far, see, it's crazy we got to go through and do this all the life parts back, because these energies will try to steal your memories and claim your memories as theirs. So, let's go ahead and get it. I decree and declare that any and all of my energy, light sparks, and soul fragments that got caught up, lost, stolen, trapped, stuck, or lodged within the midst of that trip, that experience with shrooms, are released, removed, freed, and brought on back home to the mother, the father, and the child. I decree and declare that any and all of my energy, light sparks, and soul fragments that got caught up, lost, stolen, trapped, stuck, or lodged within the midst of that blasting throughout my body, as well as going, sinking my consciousness down into the earth, and, blowing up, not blowing it up, but, getting the blockages out, using my light sparks to sort of blow it up in order to get the webbings and the blockages out. Because that was powerful. I decree and declare that any and all of my energy, light sparks, and soul fragments that got caught up, lost, stolen, trapped, stuck, or lodged within the midst of that blowing at the earth with my light sparks, or blowing at the body with my light sparks, are released, removed, freed, and brought on back home to the mother, the father, and the child. I gotta say that I did experience, I felt the interconnectedness of everything, including the people who I do have a hard time viewing as, interconnected. But I did experience the interconnectedness of everything and all people. Okay? Now let's go ahead and talk about the Gail, because the Gail is back. Yes, me, fully online, and I'm not talking about the Gail. I'm not talking about the compromised Gail. I'm not talking about the contaminated Gail. I'm not talking about the Queen of Wands Gail, which spurred from after the signing of that contract, the termination of the soul contract. See, look. I am talking so fast. The termination of soul contract. I'm talking about the Gail prior to that. The Gail in her power. The Gail vital. In her vital form. The Gail that was not degenerating. Okay? Because once the Gail signed the contract is when she began to degenerate. Okay? Even more so than, what had already happened, the humiliation rituals and the, Orumala, fucking, all of that. Okay? Now, I gotta say about Orumala. Now, I felt the love. I felt the unconditional love between us. That's exactly what I asked the drugs to do. Show me my relationship with Orumala. I definitely felt the unconditional love. I felt the stages. I felt what we went through, what we've been through. Not only within this simulation, but outside of the simulation, it was coming through very strongly. What we had before the signing of that contract. Okay. Excuse me. I'm being taken aback to that picnic. Now, there was a picnic that we had up there in the Galilean lifetime. That was like one of the last picnics or the last events where him and I were seeing eye to eye, or where we were together in a unified manner before the signing of that contract as Gail. Okay. What else did I want to say about Orumala? I'm seeing our house, like the house. I'm definitely seeing the room that we share, the bed. Okay. And again, I'm seeing the vital forms. Like, it's like a light body on top of the physical body. You can see the light body. It's hard for me to explain this body. Okay. There's also something that I'm picking up about the like art gallery, or the peanut gallery. I'm hearing something about the peanuts gallery. Okay. Very strongly, it's coming through the peanut gallery. Okay. What else do I want to say? Now, let me talk about some of the reactions that I got, because this was crazy right here. Now, this was not me tripping. I did not have any, what I got from this trip was not were not hallucinations. This was just more, my spatial awareness had got expanded. Instead of seeing things from inside of myself, like inside, being a part of the soul, like inside the soul, I was outside of my soul, and I was seeing things from outside of my soul. Okay? I was seeing how they came in between myself and Orumda, and took Orumda from me, took my love, my one and only beloved from me. Okay. Now what else did I want to say? Okay, what else did I want to say? Now let's talk about the reactions again, because again, this was not a trip in the way that I was hallucinating. I was not hallucinating. This just expanded my consciousness more. It made me see things from outside of my soul, instead of inside of my soul. But also things within my energy field and my auric field lighten up. Again, those black orbs, that black substance left my body. Okay, and the reactions were such, it was giving cracked faces. It was giving cracked faces. It was giving tower moments for these motherfucking draconian women who saw me and saw that bitch, the Gail is back. Baby, do you hear me? The Gail is back. And I'm trying to tell you, these motherfucking women could not take it. They could not at all. Now, I had never garnered such a reaction. Even if the girls feel away, they won't dare show it. Now, when they do show it, it just means that I have upped levels. But I'm telling you, I upped several notches. I came up several notches just off of that trip alone. There was something that I needed to get from that trip, and it's exactly what I got. Now, again, these draconian women who like to be abused, these draconian women who do not value themselves as women, these draconian women who just like to get fucked and smutted out and just not know how to use their bodies, it's these draconian women who the faces were cracked. Cracked. Do you hear me? Their faces were cracked. And baby, I gotta tell you that I was smiling. I was just smiling through it and happy the motherfucking faces was cracked. And they was having these motherfucking tower moments, thinking that they was coming for a source fractal, thinking that they could come for the Most High, thinking that they were eating it and chewing it the fuck up, and they were not. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. That's what Ayanla said. Okay. Now, the degree to which those faces were cracked. Now let's go ahead and call the light sparks back from that. Okay. Decree and declare that any and all of my energy, like sparks and soul fragments that got caught up, lost, stolen, trapped, stuck, or lodged within the midst of those reactions from those tired-ass motherfucking draconian women, because they could not take the light, and that the Gail is back, most certainly, released, removed, freed, and brought on back home to the mother, the father, and the child in one body, which is none other than me. Can't nobody do it. I ain't seen nobody do it yet. Okay? I decree and declare draconian women blocked and banished from accessing my auric and energy fields permanently across all realms, timelines, and dimensions. I decree and declare this collective, this whole entire collective, blocked and banished permanently across all realms, timelines, and dimensions. Now, look, I'm looking forward to speaking to Aroma because I want to know what he think. Because I can't move forward without him. We got him stuck. But we gonna need that energy to be directed in a certain way to get rid of these fleas and bed bugs and mosquitoes and rats. And I'm talking about all Dracos, bitch. The men and the women. I'm sick of them. Thank you. Bye-bye.